Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch.
Woohoo!
Brought to you by our friends over at Capcom, who are sponsoring this series. Today we continue our trial of Turnabout's Goodbyes with, I believe we're doing the old man, I'm not really sure. So like, comment, subscribe, it's trial time!
Oh yeah!
10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement. So, oh, there he goes. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course you were. I'm sorry. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
I don't think so.
Right. Order. I will have order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
I know, right?
You must question everything. It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste.
I got time.
I call my witness now. Right, okay. Call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. Is that mysterious boat owner?
Yeah, he's like fake witness or crazy witness.
Witness, state your profession.
Boat dude.
Here I am. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle, at the lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep. Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is yet. Raise an objection! Well, wait, no. Sorry. This one. Objection! Wait a minute! The witness hasn't even stated his name yet! Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I had predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes! Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name for the court. Huh? Yeah, what? Yeah, well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? In my memory, Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. You know, he's slowly becoming like one of those Warcraft workers. We can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness?
Alright, witness testimony, the night of the murder.
The old man. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And then I heard another bang.
Whoa.
Yeah, just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like you to begin the cross-examination. Not so fast. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for a cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before the 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes. Mr. Wright.
What?
I need to cross-examine. What are you doing?
Talking about?
Yeah.
What are you guys trying to pull?
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin.
Why do they keep questioning?
Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. Yeah, I see. Well, then, let's take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Go, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, the judge is cool.
Mr. Von Karma is really getting on my nerves.
Yeah, well, he's got something to hide. It was the night of the 24th after midnight. I was in my restaurant renting boats. I then heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes to shore. Hold it! By your window? Yep. By my window, Sonny. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And
could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but I was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Hey. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Have a bad feeling about this.
He's like,
Not so fast. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Hang on a second. Are you sure?
I feel like this guy is not...
The dad! Run. Dead certain, Keith! He said, I cannot believe he's dead, and he was walking by to.
Dad! Oh my gosh.
Keith got him. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! It was Edgeworth, that boy!
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Witness! This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On Karma? He lured me into a cross-examining so he could set me up for the fall. Dang it!
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I'd better act quick or else this trial is gonna be over.
Raise an objection!
Yes!
Objection!
Here we go.
Yeah!
Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
That's right.
Oh, wait. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the weapon? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
We're referring to evidence.
Exactly.
What? What?
That is easily explainable.
Yeah, by a liar.
He could have wiped his prints after he fired. What?
What are you talking about?
You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do?
Raise an objection! Raise objection!
Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Oh, man. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize when this is basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Huh?
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's a no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please! Can you hear me, sis? Please! We need your help! Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
What?
Enough! The witness may leave the stand.
Wow.
I tried to snore. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, guilty! The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month's time from this date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Whoops. Well, that didn't go well. Wait!
What?
What? Who is that now? Me!
Huh?
What? Larry! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder.
What?
I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, though. but today I remembered it. You remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too!
What?
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Order!
Order in the court!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for an adjournment.
No!
One moment, Mr. Karma.
Yeah.
So you say you heard a gunshot, lad? Yeah, a gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something. He said it was different from how I remembered it.
Huh?
Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right!
Whoa.
I'll testify! Let me testify!
Testify!
Testify, Larry, testify! Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court in some time. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you have already given your decision. The trial is over!
Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this!
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick! It doesn't get any worse!
You're right, Maya. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak.
Oh yeah!
Right here, right now. A waste of time.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting so pumped!
The verdict cannot be overturned.
This is so intenso!
Well,
Come on, Judge! Come on, Judge!
allow me to speak my opinion. This is my courtroom. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent any inaccurate verdict.
Yay!
In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What?
That's right!
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Murmur.
Well, if he can do it, I mean, the judge can. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. That way I can get a Slurpee. After that, we will hear this new witness's testimony. That is all. Court is adjourned. Slurpee time. Wish I actually had a Slurpee.
December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby. No 2.
No 2. Woo! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I have seen worse. Yeah, right. You're sweating bullets, man, just like me. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yeah. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right! And he found the balloon and the air tank that night.
Yep. Ugh. Hey, Edgy. You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. Well, mostly just, hey, what's up? You seem out of it, bud. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What is it?
Why There are your fingerprints on the murder weapon!
Oh. Splash! When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't even think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without even thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. That's
weird.
not a good...
I see!
Right. Yeah, what is it? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He also had to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at, man? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? Oh no.
That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time! We'll milk this one for all it's worth!
Oh boy. Hey, it was a 15 minutes! 15! Everybody's on Larry now. Oh boy. Here we go.
December 27th, 10:30 a.m. District Court, number 3.
Larry. Court is now back in session. I've had my Slurpee. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw that night. Thank you very much. Right, leave it to me, Pops.
Leave it to Larry.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up, yo. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Oh. Von Karma didn't even have the time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Yeah, because Larry is, well, Larry.
Yep.
And Larry will appear in all the Phoenix Wright games, by the way. That night, I was out in the boat of the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop thing. Then I just was thinking how about going home, and I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't even see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Single gunshot? That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, boy. Larry. That night I was out on the boat in the lake. I was looking for something and I, found it. Hold it. Looking for something, Larry? Yeah. Mr. Butch, what was it you were looking for? Please tell the court. What the witness is searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for his Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Haha, so I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental dock thing. Then I was just thinking about going home. I heard this bang. Okay, so we heard a gunshot.
Yeah, I guess you'd want to press him.
Where did the sound come from, Larry? Yeah, well, I wasn't sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat.
Weird.
So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Wait, single gunshot?
After I heard that single gunshot.
No, that's not right. It's not right, that's not right.
I thought there were 2 gunshots.
Right, there is 2 gunshots, but there's a document that says there were 2 gunshots. Yeah, right there. I heard 2.
Sounds
Yep, there we go.
just after midnight.
Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said, bro. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please, brother.
And so.
Huh? You know something's been bothering me? I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? What?
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Butch!
Larry knows he's important.
What? You've only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure about this? This could make the case swing wide open. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. What? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else?
Listening to his headphones?
My radio, dude! With my headphones. Oh.
Larry.
Larry! Nani! Order! Order! And stop with that booing! Mr. Butts! You were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah! So what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio, dude. Everybody listens to radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion, please? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Let's do it. It can only get worse from here.
Do this!
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue blabbing his mouth. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butch. This is quite entertaining. Please give your testimony and be sure to include the details like your radio. Righto! Leave it to me, Pops. I wouldn't see if there were any other out of this. Oh, man. There we go. Second testimony for Larry. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
What?
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see?
Aww.
I was listening to the real booming loud and stuff. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah! What's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness even says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from his radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? Not DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the... Are you being serious right now, Judge? Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. But very well, Mr. Wright. I mean, why not? I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. I was listening to it booming in my headphones. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Hold it! What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care.
That's right.
We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why?
Because caring is sharing.
Well, how do you know if we don't ask him? Fine, very well.
That's right.
Mr. Butch, please testify to this courtroom.
That's right, Mr. Wright.
What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot.
That means right before midnight, so it was important.
It was, yep.
Wow.
This is the most ludicrous testimony I have ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
It was lonely being okay, bye. That's why I was listening to an all request show, bye. I was listening and booming on the lake. I'm sure the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Just when you said, hey, it's almost Christmas.
Sorry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Of course I am. She had this really,
Sexy voice.
yeah.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There is one gleaming ray of hope in there. Really? Okay. I've got to press it until, I guess we have to present something. That would be my guess.
Hey, what blah 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 blah.
Present that testimony that said the shots were after midnight.
Wait, what?
The person said she heard 2 shots in the lake right after midnight.
Oh, that's the DLC.
Right after midnight.
Right! You're right.
It contradicts what...
Here we go. Larry, are you absolutely sure you're saying what it is? Wow. Are you sure what you're saying is correct?
We're getting so into this, it's hard to speak.
Huh? What's with your face, dude? You look kind of scary.
Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor,
Da-da-da.
did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot.
Look at Larry crying.
Indeed, and...
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Yeah!
Do you realize what this means?
It wasn't midnight yet.
When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah!
that would seem to be the case, yes.
Woo!
But what contradicts the 2 testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor?
Both Mr. Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. That is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Whoa. Order! Order! What does this mean? 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight? However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
Hey, what?
Very well, Mr. Wright. What do you think about Mr. Butch's claim he heard the gunshots before midnight?
I think Larry's right. The other person must be wrong. I don't know. I mean,
Thinking.
how could Larry be wrong if he...
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by a toe.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor.
Right.
Did eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
All right.
He heard the gunshot before midnight.
That means the other person is wrong.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
We just presented it. It's called Larry.
Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
The photo taken at 11:50 p.m. Oh, what now?
Look at this photograph, ladies and gentlemen of the court.
What now?
This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera.
Oh, yeah.
The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh!
It means Larry is correct!
But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor,
The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
That's right.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Ah!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. that night. This is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that this is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. If it is in fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Whoa!
25-minute pause.
What? Why would this be?
Oh my god.
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes, I'm aware of this. Stupid Judge. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot.
Yes, it was Larry's testimony.
Why the witness could have sneezed triggered the camera.
That is not.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
No, it can't be triggered by anything.
Well, because I'm so indecisive, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court the evidence you have.
It doesn't
If
go.
any.
It doesn't go off for soft noises. Your attorney badge?
No. We could try the gun.
Fired 3 times.
Why does it say fired 3 times?
It's weird.
Hopefully this is right. This is my evidence.
That murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I've realized the truth.
What?
The 3rd shot was shot. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Huh?
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. But, however, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another 15 minutes after midnight.
Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh. I better think of something quick.
You tell me, person who fabricates evidence.
Wait a second.
I bet that guy knows why.
Gunshots are separated by 25 minutes. Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, well, of course, I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya!
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it.
Right! I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
Oh!
You just have to watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick!
All right. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, Mr. Wright. Wow.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
You're so intense, you sounded like Mr. Edgeworth.
No, I didn't have a British accent.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Da-da-da.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
This guy's crazy.
So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer other than Miles Edgeworth himself.
You mean your adopted son?
Jerk. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake.
This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. Bang.
Bang. Bang. Bang. Bang.
Wilhelm screamed.
Yeah.
There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake.
Sploosh.
The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
Or he could have been shot before he got on the boat.
Ah, I admit that it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence. The judge, dang it.
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that, Your Honor. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Gasp.
What?
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad?
I think you are.
Explain how the two men on the boat are.
Explain them.
Edgeworth and the murderer.
Or...
Of course it was Edgeworth. And the murderer! After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What?
What? Nani? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
What? I'm not sure what to make of all this.
That's right, he hadn't seen him for years.
Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
Well, the murderer's name... Right, it's...
I don't
know! Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah! Again you waste my time!
I don't know because he never told us.
What?
What?
The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man.
What?
Wow. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? Why? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
Whoa.
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
I'm intrigued now. Show the judge where the murder really took place. Maybe the boathouse? Here we go. Here, of course, the boathouse where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Whoa. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Go, Larry! That night, he was out on the lake searching for something.
Oh, I was like, what's going on with this boat?
He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he wasn't wearing headphones at the time.
Or he was.
Oh, in other words, the gunshot was very, very close by.
Yeah, because he could hear it through his headphones.
And where would it be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop.
That's right, Judge.
Bum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on the lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this all out. I'm Professor Layton now. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his store. Oh my goodness. Bang. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot That's when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. Okay, that's not written correctly. After that, the caretaker put Robert Hammond's coat on. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had fired twice.
To create a witness, maybe? I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart definitely heard the first shot. Next. Shadow,
you're interrupting a case.
the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
Wow. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. Atomic camera, that'd be a problem. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that had transpired that night on the lake.
Whoa. This is so intense. Von Karma looks mad.
Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly!
Man, that judge is so indecisive.
Yep.
Swings both ways.
He certainly does. You never know what's gonna happen.
Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boathouse on Christmas Eve.
No, I was just reacting because I was surprised Wright was correct.
Oh. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
What?
Your Honor!
Oh, Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff! We're conducting a trial here! I ask you to remain quiet!
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
What?
Nani?
What should I do?
Find him, you fool, quickly! You cannot allow him to get away!
Whoa, he ran?
The perfect crime.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Far
Mr.
out.
Von Karma, your witness has disappeared!
Yeah.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. It makes me sad. I will extend the trial until tomorrow. This will be the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
I know, he said he can't remember his name.
Oh, this is like the vocal Olympics for me.
How convenient. December 27th. Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yay! Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma doesn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I shifted through his unique testimony, still he did save us. I just wished our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
What? Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Oh my gosh, that was a long trial.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does it for this episode of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Ace Attorney tomorrow as the investigation continues as we trace a murderer.
Yeah, murder.
Murder.
That's right, murder on the docks.
Thanks for watching, people. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully there'll be another video on KwingsLetsPlays later. God bless and happy gaming.
See